So WWE Money in the Bank is approaching, and now we get the participants, at least on Raw side, for the men, on a very special, oh my God, Alexa Bliss, Alexa Bliss in her show. A moment of bliss. So she introduces the 4 men that will be representing Monday Night Raw for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Braun Strowman, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin. So you have 2 former Mr. Money in the Bank winners right then and there. You have Ricochet, which is a long shot, but he's only put in the match just for high risk and all that. And then you have Drew McIntyre. And quite honestly, he is going to be my pick on the Raw side. And then they all, Baron Corbin, man. It's funny because Alexa Bliss did not even want to read all the freaking quote-unquote accolades of Baron Corbin. And he's like, yeah, we'll be here all night if you read them all and all, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, it's going to be 2-time Mr. Money in the Bank. And Ricochet's like, 2-time loser. What happened the last time you were Mr. Money in the Bank? You blew it. And Ricochet is being made fun of for his size. Yeah, is someone talking to me? Oh, yeah. Stop doing that. Stop saying that that these guys are like little children and they're not like adults. And him and Corbin and McIntyre did that in this segment. But McIntyre was even like, hey, he has a good point. You know, you squandered an opportunity last week against AJ Styles when you stole a victory from me. Corbin was like, oh, it wasn't fair. Styles was, you know, he was more, yeah, he had more time to get ready for the match than me. Oh, goodness. But finally, Braun Strowman is like, shut up. You can't stop Mr. Monster in the Bank. None of you can stop me. You will get these hands. How about a little preview? Bibbidi bobbidi boob, duh, we have a tag match. And the faces win this match because Baron Corbin actually tried to take all the glory and take all the victory away from Drew McIntyre this week as well. But Drew McIntyre was like, okay, you want to do that, screw you. And he hits Baron Corbin and walks out. So Baron Corbin, he gets the power slam, and then he gets a shooting star press from Ricochet. A shooting star. He didn't get the usual, but I guess that's alright. So, Usos, they come out and they face Anderson and Gallows. I thought this was going to be a new beginning type of thing, but no, we get the same old shit. Usos come out on top. But the Usos played something very funny involving the Revival. Now, honestly, I've known people for over half my life, but no dudes that I've known half my life is going to help me shave my back. Sorry, it's not going to happen. So one Revival shavings. Look, I don't care how good your friends we are. Sorry, you're not shaving my back. It's just no. Come on, man. Just Revival has now been reduced to a comedy segment like that. Oh, it was an invasion of privacy. You weren't behind closed doors. You were fucking out in the open in the freaking showers, dude. In the men's locker room in WWE, expecting not to get clowned. Seriously? So the Revival's pissed. Duh. Just, Miz TV and his guest is Bobby Lashley. Now, I'm looking at this and I'm like, why is this segment taking place? Why? But it was to have an impromptu match take place and for a little confrontation involving Shane O'Mac. But the talk show, so Lashley is not reaching his full potential. Lashley is getting held back more than, that's more of an explanation than anything else. But Lashley was like, ever since I came back to WWE, I'm now a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. Miz, what have you done? And I'm like, what kind of fucking question is that? It's a stupid question. It's a bait question. I don't like The Miz, okay? But to ask him that type of stupid question in this segment was just stupid to Bobby Lashley. Or whoever wrote the segment, it's like, why the fuck would you even have that plug put in there? So, of course, The Miz, he tries to downplay it, but he names all his title wins anyway. And then he proceeds to say, I did all of that without a shred of your ability. Without a shred of Lashley's ability, he did all that. He won all those titles. Yeah, that sums it up, and that's why I don't like fucking Miz. Not just in ability, but in 5-star matches. He hasn't had any. But then Lashley, he goes on and says, okay, let's talk about what you didn't do at WrestleMania. Shane McMahon put a whooping on you and your father. Here we go. So, a brawl ensues, quote unquote, between Bobby Lashley and The Miz. A brawl ensues between Bobby Lashley and this should have ended in seconds. But The Miz gets the upper hand in order to create an impromptu match. How the fuck does The Miz get the upper hand against Bobby Lashley? I'm like, seriously? That's stupid as fuck to me. And it doesn't make any sense drew out any standard. And then the match doesn't make any fucking sense either. So you're telling me that Bobby Lashley couldn't destroy The Miz in seconds? And The Miz was actually getting advantages in this match? And it took a Shane O'Mac distraction in order for Lashley to freaking win? Oh, and the picture of Miz's father was put on a freaking Titantron to distract The Miz in order for Bobby Lashley to hit his spear? You're telling me, you're trying to convince me that Bobby Lashley is that weak? Is that incompetent? That he couldn't outpower The Miz, out-wrestle The Miz, and just beat The Miz down? Seriously? Bobby Lashley needing a distraction to beat The Miz. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Someone please explain that shit to me. How, in good faith and in good writing and in good segments, how that makes any fucking sense. But Shane O'Mac gets in the ring afterwards, after The Miz loses the match, starts taunting The Miz, what? The Miz tries to fight back, and then Bobby Lashley helps again by sending Miz up in the air and dumping him like an ugly prom date. So I'm like, you couldn't do that during the fucking match! Shane O'Mac hits The Miz, puts that little submission bullshit on The Miz and says, I'm the best in the world. And I'm like, we could have did without this whole segment. It went way too long. We could have did without the match. We could have just did the fucking run-in. We didn't even fucking need the match. Wow. The Viking Raiders against the Lucha House Party. Lucha House Party try to jump these motherfuckers at the beginning of the match, but that, again, the Viking Raiders, they win. Oh well. Poor Lucha House Party, I guess. So, you get a moment of bliss again with the 4 participants for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match from Monday Night Raw. And who are they? Natalya, no one gives a fuck. Dana Brooke, no one gives a fuck. Naomi, I'm like, but I don't really care. And then Alexa Bliss announces herself, and it's like, they have an argument over who you had opportunities, you have opportunities, blah, 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 it's my opportunity now, blah, 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 it's my time now, blah, blah, blah. I'm a 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion, blah, blah, blah. I never won the Raw Women's Championship, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to climb that ladder and get my briefcase, blah, 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 blah. Dana Brooke is out of place in this match. So I guess Sasha Banks couldn't show up, didn't want to show up, doesn't want to be there, wants to quit. Yeah, that's the case. Dana Brooke. If Dana Brooke wins this Money in the Bank contract, I will be like, okay, that's something. But, come on, out of these 4 women, who do you think has the biggest chance? So, Naomi challenges Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is like, I'm not dressed, I don't have the proper shoes on. Yeah, so you're all talk. You said that you could, you're ready at any time. So, in a stupid fashion, Alexa Bliss loses against Naomi because she's trying to adjust her shoes and take her shoes off, and her shoes actually come off, and she gets the rear view and a split fucking moonsault shit from the top rope from Naomi, and Naomi beats Alexa Bliss. Wow, just Firefly Fun House. Word of the day, Sociopath. I'm sick of this already. They're trying to do the whole puppet thing, but they're trying to they still try to put element of Bray Wyatt darkness into it. And I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. Rey Mysterio, yeah, he felt embarrassed about losing the way he did at WrestleMania, so he wants to make amends tonight and beat Samoa Joe. And okay, I mean, that's fine. That's absolutely fine, but still. Becky 2 belts. She comes out. She doesn't want to sit on the titles, which is good. She wants to defend him. So, she discusses their move as far as her facing Lacey Evans and then Charlotte Flair on the same night and defending both belts. This is Money in the Bank. She could defend both and still get cashed in on. But anyway, Lacey Evans was like, Lacey Evans comes out, yeah, your emotions get the best of you, and now I'm sick of talking. So they brawl, and then they get broken up. They brawl, they get broken up. They brawl, they get broken up. I'm just like, it's not. You should have just let them fight and let someone come out on top. As far as the segment, knocking someone out or disarm her or something, just. Hawkins and Ryder versus the Revival. So, you're telling me that this is non-title and a Revival couldn't get a win? Especially after suffering that embarrassing shit that they did earlier in the night. Hawkins and Ryder win the match. Well, Ryder wins the match. The Miz challenges Shane O'Mac to a steel cage match at Money in the Bank. Well, thank goodness that The Miz isn't in the Money in the Bank ladder match, but a steel cage match against Shane O'Mac. And Shane O'Mac accepts via Twitter. I'm just like, ugh. Sami Zayn, he comes out, he runs the people down again. Where's your next fucking rivalry? Screw this, screw all the talking, screw all the wasting of our time and telling about the moral garbage again. No, just who's your fucking next rival? When is your next fucking match? That's all I need to know about Sami Zayn. Rey Mysterio versus Samoa Joe in a weird ass roll up. Rey Mysterio actually fucking wins the match. Celebrates with his son Dominic in the aisle, and Dominic actually lifts up Rey Mysterio and carries off Rey Mysterio on his shoulders. Alright, fine. So we have a contract signing between Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. Wow, there was even a confrontation in this one. So AJ Styles, he goes, yeah, it's a war of words. This is not SmackDown. This is Raw. Duh. Come on. Yeah, I respect. Duh. You have something that I want. You're not phenomenal. I like to build things up. No, I like to burn things down. And yeah, I'm the Beast Slayer. I did something that you didn't, and that's beat Brock Lesnar. But there was an actual confrontation. It's just, instead of just a handshake and moving on, and AJ Styles attacks first. Fine, Seth Rollins fights back, but Seth Rollins, he makes the mistake of AJ Styles getting back on the apron when he launched him outside of the ring and launches himself outside of AJ Styles, but AJ Styles gives him an elbow, and then he hits a phenomenal forearm, and then they go through the table. So, alright. So, AJ Styles actually comes out on top in this segment. And that's the way the show ends. And I'm like, okay, at least there was a confrontation worth noting. Instead of just a handshake like last week and, hey, let go, and then credits. No, they didn't do that. They actually had a confrontation this week. But Raw was just filled with segments that didn't even make fucking sense to me. So it wasn't even that quote-unquote entertaining in that aspect. But that was Monday Night Raw, and I'm like, so this is the road to Money in the Bank, huh? Yeah, whoa, am I supposed to be excited about this? Anyway, out of these participants from the men and women, who do you think has a shot of winning the Money in the Bank contract? If any of them. Anyway, do you think my opinions are full of shit? Please comment below. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button, hit subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. If you're on Spreaker.com or on Apple's iTunes, once again, thank you for joining along. Oh, man. Drew McIntyre. Come on. You gotta win this Money in the Bank ladder match for Raw. If it's anyone from Raw, it's gotta be Drew McIntyre. Fuck Baron Corbin. The monster, no. Ricochet, if he wins, it's like, when would he cash in? Would that be a launch too quickly to the championship? Just got there, really. But anyway, drop kicks, body slams, throw motherfuckers over the top rope, both feet hit the floor. Yes, I'm a wrestling fan. This is the theme, and the theme is go. Credits.